of today's discussion really presents a very interesting dilemma to me, because you all know I represent a party that is called Telangana Rashtra Samiti, which is hell-bent on redefining the boundaries of Andhra Pradesh as we know today. We are working towards carving out a separate Telangana state from Andhra Pradesh. So when the question is, Andhra Pradesh, what next? It's a tricky one, you know, it's a tricky question. I think Sangeeta tricked me into, you know, but, well, it's a political decision that has to be delivered. Eventually, if not UPA, we hope in a coalition era, we will gain enough number of seats in both houses here, in the assembly here and the parliament in Delhi, and eventually in the coalition era and in today's times, you know, it's a number game. With 9 parliament members, if Mr. Sharad Pawar can rule the roost, with 16 members of parliament, there will come a time when after the next election, eventually we will redefine the boundaries of Andhra Pradesh and hopefully we'll achieve our goal. But having said that, in the recent past, I know why I'm invited here and I know what I need to say, because while we are talking about Andhra Pradesh and the current set of problems that Andhra Pradesh is facing today, and especially the industry in Andhra Pradesh, I think the question that you all probably think about when you talk about Telangana Rashtra Samiti or this agitation is mostly the uncertainty that is prevailing in the state and the effect of this uncertainty on business houses. In the recent past, Andhra Pradesh's political context is mired in uncertainty. We all know that. We understand that political stability is essential for economic development, especially to give confidence to industrial investors and a lot of private equity players as well. But the issue of political stability is inextricably linked to social stability as well. When there is social unrest, you cannot expect the industry to be insulated. You cannot expect the industry to live in a cocoon where you cannot be affected by what's going on in the society. Therefore, any sort of social unrest is bound to have its effect on all sections of the society, and I believe industry is no exception. Well, the issue of political stability, and if somebody has to be blamed for that, I believe it's Government of India, because it is the procrastination of the Government of India and its inability to resolve the demand for Telangana, which has created an all-pervasive uncertainty in this state. I urge you to take note that the industry, as I said, is not insulated from the society. And I would also like to impress upon you that it is not the agitation per se which is actually affecting you all, your growth, your further investment opportunities, etc. It is actually the inability of the UPA government. It is actually the inability of the people in Delhi, people in high positions in Delhi and in Hyderabad. It's their inability to take a decision, take a call on such a vital issue as creation of a new state. So if anybody has to be questioned, I'm not saying it's Khan Saab here, but if anybody has to be questioned and if anybody's attitude has to be condemned, it's definitely the people at the helm of affairs in New Delhi and nobody else. We believe that Andhra Pradesh, having said that, in the last 50 plus years of existence has failed to achieve its economic potential. Well, we have certainly made our mark in few sectors like pharmaceuticals, like IT, like ITES, but certainly what has been done, what has been achieved is not enough. We see our colleagues in Gujarat, we see our colleagues in Karnataka, we see our colleagues in Maharashtra, we see our counterparts there doing really, really well, and seeing them, I feel we have a long way to go. Sustainable all-round development does not mean development of few sectors. It can't just be pharma, IT and ITES and that's about it. We have to have a multi-sectoral development with a holistic approach, and that's the only possibility to take the state forward. Well, Andhra Pradesh has failed to conceive a holistic plan, complementing its natural resources, its local talent, and its potential opportunities. Well, modern enterprise, we know, requires quick and flexible policy-making processes and institutions. In a global economy, we all know, opportunities arise rapidly, but they also perish rapidly. Therefore, you need a mechanism wherein it is flexible, wherein the government lends a supportive hand, a helping hand. It facilitates, you know, business getting adapted to the local conditions as quickly as we can. But unfortunately, the state, well, Mr. Sitaraman was saying we have 42 members of parliament from Andhra Pradesh. We are a big state, and therefore, in some form or fashion, it might help us in getting our way with the central government when we have an issue of some kind. But we have seen in the last 9 years of Congress party's rule in the state as well as in center as well. What have we achieved as a state? While we have contributed the maximum number of parliament members to the UPA government, have we received a special package? Have we received anything special? Have we received anything exceptional than what has been given to everybody else in the country? Nothing really. So therefore, my and our party's line really is, smaller states with a more decentralized governance can be agile. They can adapt their resources to suit local needs, resources and capacities, and also prepare themselves for unforeseen challenges and opportunities. For example, when Tata Motors was moving out of West Bengal, Singur, after Mamata Banerjee came into power, not Maya Banerjee, Mamata Banerjee came into power, I think even before the government of Andhra Pradesh could draft a proposal, government of Gujarat swooped in, took Tata right away to Gujarat, even before we realized or even before we could put ink on a paper. So that's the sort of agility we need in today's world. In the last 5+ decades, we had a narrow developmental pattern, wherein Hyderabad is the be-all and end-all from the state government's perspective when it comes to attracting investment. We've been very Hyderabad-centric, but this will not help in the long run. The emergence of Hyderabad as a center for knowledge-based development with proliferation of academic